G'day, Dimitri speaking from Exercises.com.au. Today we're doing compound exercises. So we're going to do a bench press, and we're going to go over and do some squats, we're going to do some deadlifts, and going to finish off with a bent over row. So believe it or not, with these 4 exercises, you're basically doing every single muscle group in your body. So let's start with our bench press. So when I say compound, I mean multiple muscle groups you're engaging as opposed to isolation, which is one. So with this particular compound exercise, we're doing our triceps, we're doing our front deltoids, and we're doing our pecs. They're the main ones. Again, we've got a lot of other supporting muscles such as your core muscles, etc, etc. These are the main ones: triceps, front deltoids, pecs. So in position here, going to make sure there's a nice wide grip. If I have a close grip, I'm really isolating the triceps more. I want to bring them out nice and wide, and that way I'm really making the most of the compound. So all the way down to the chest and all the way up. So as you're coming down in the movement, the first part that's getting activated is the triceps. Then it transitions from the triceps into the front deltoids, and then from the front deltoids into the pecs. So make sure that you're going nice and deep, touching the chest. That way we're really getting right into those pec muscles, and then all the way up to the top into those triceps. So lock the core on nice and tight. Make sure that core muscles aren't getting left out. Lock those core muscles in consciously, and really make sure that you've got a full range of motion all the way down to the chest. At the top part of the movement, extend it up. Don't lock the joints out. Make sure that you're still slightly bent at the top of the movement. Let's get going over to the next one. Right, so we're over onto our squats. So next compound one, squats. So we've got our glutes, our quads, supporting muscles through our hammies and our calves. Mainly glutes, mainly quads. So we've gone from our upper body down to our lower body. So from here, make sure there's a nice even grip through that bar. So it's sitting nice and even on the back of the neck, stepping forwards, feet shoulder width apart, slightly bent through the knees. Make sure those glutes are traveling backwards down to about 90 degrees, and then squeezing up at the top of the movement. Don't let those legs lock out, don't let those knees lock. Keep the head nice and straight, so you're not looking down, not looking up. Making sure that our body posture is nice and straight, the core's locked on tight, and at the bottom of the movement, we're coming down to a full range of movement around about 90 degrees, and then at the top, squeezing those glutes, keeping those legs slightly bent. Don't lock those knees out. So with that one, we did our quads, did our glutes, supporting muscles through our hammies and our calves. Let's get onto our next compound. Right, next we're onto our deadlifts. So we're sticking with our lower body here. We've just done our quads and our glutes, done our chest, triceps, deltoids, pecs. We're going on to our hammies, a little bit of support muscles through our calf muscles, and again our quads and our glutes are still doing a bit of work, and our lower back's getting isolated with this one as well. So I like to have one hand forward, one hand back with this one. Make sure you keep your legs nice and straight with this one. So we don't want to be locked out through the knees, we want them slightly bent, feet nice and straight. From here, bend straight over from the back, keep those legs as straight as you can, ideally touch the ground if you can with those weights, standing up the top, and then pushing through a little bit of a hyperextension. So all the way down, nice and straight. The straighter those legs are, the more tension you're going to have on those hamstring muscles, the more of the stretch you're going to have through the lower part of the glute and the hamstring muscle. So all the way down, nice and straight with those legs, pushing through with a hyperextension as you can, if you can at the top. That way you're really getting into that lower back as well as the hammies. So to finish off, we're going to do a pulling motion, which basically balances off our biceps, our rear deltoids, and our lat muscles. So we're going to do a bent over row with this one. So from here, I've got my hands over the top. You can have them underneath like that if you want, or over the top. Make sure it's a nice even grip on the bar. From here, again, feet shoulder width apart, slightly bent through those knees, lock those core muscles long, bending over. So stick the glutes out, so the glutes come backwards. You bend over a little bit from the back, and then pinching those elbows back. So we want a forwards and backwards action happening. We don't want straight up and down. We want to be pulling backwards with those elbows, and really keep those rear deltoids down and pinch those scapular blades off. So keep your core locked on tight, pinch those elbows back, keep it close to your body, make sure you're really pinching those scapular blades off, and that way we're really making sure that those lats are getting a good workout as well. So start with our bench press, did our triceps, front deltoids, pecs, went to our squats, glutes, quads, and then we went to our deadlifts, lower back, hammies, a little bit of calf. Finished off with our bent over rows, which is our biceps, rear deltoids and lats. Search your exercises.com.au for more great exercise and workouts, and we'll see you next time.